Coach Wulff back following the Colorado game and had to have been a good night's sleep and a great plane ride home.
Well, it was exhausting and very emotional day for us. Players worked hard, coaches worked hard, and a lot of work went into that. And it was an emotional game for us. We kept fighting through certain situations that were going on in the game, and our players kept fighting back. And I was very happy about that.
Over the past couple of years since you've been here, obviously the talent level's increased and other things have gotten better. How do you attribute just the fact that they won't quit anymore, that they come back? That might be their biggest gain of all.
Well, that's something we've been working in this program with these players, and a lot of these guys are relatively youthful, and they don't, they're learning. It's a learning process. It's part of the steps you make when you building a team and a program, and that's where we're at. We're in this phase, and I was very proud of the response they did this week based on what happened the previous game, and just learning how to respond in situations like this. And to be able to respond as quickly one game later as we did, I was very proud of the players.
Talk a little bit about your offense and Marshall Lobestall particularly. Maybe didn't have as great a game so far this season, but when it mattered, the last two drives really showed some veteran leadership.
Yeah, I mean, there were some big throws and catches made at the right time. We put ourselves in tough spots at times ourselves. Colorado did some good things as well, but at the end of the day, Marshall and the receiving corps and the offensive line protected when they needed to, did a good job and good enough to come away with a win.
One of those receivers, Marquise Wilson, just seems to have a knack to make those big plays. What is it about Marquise that? How does someone let him get so far open?
Well, they were doing a pretty good job covering him throughout the day. Usually, using two people, and but there were some openings that he had, and I thought Marshall threw some good balls. Marshall earlier in the game, Marquise did drop a touchdown pass, which is not like him, obviously. But they were kind of cheating on some routes and some things, and we double moved them late in the game for the last touchdown, and took advantage of their aggressive play in the secondary and hit them on that big play. That's how we got open.
Also have to give big kudos to your defense, who shut Colorado down late in the game. And great game by Travis Long. Yeah,
Travis had a heck of a game. His effort and intensity shows up all over the film, and Alex Hoffman had a heck of a game. Those two guys were captains this week, and they just have been. They had a great game. Their effort was off the charts.
Another big play, Dayon Buchanan had a kind of a momentum-changing pick late in the first half, I believe.
Yeah, that was big. They had the quarterback rolled out, threw it, got tipped around. Dayon had a good one-handed catch and had good mileage in the return and allowed us to get a field goal right before half, which I thought was real critical. So big play by Dayon. Two games in a row, he's gotten a important interception for us.
And it was another game where you faced a very quality running back, another quality receiver. I mean, you're playing some good competition still.
We are, and I tell you what, Colorado's got a lot of talent, and they had 7 seniors start on offense, so there wasn't like they were not a veteran football team. They've played football, and they have some veteran players there, and so they've got ability. There's no question, and the cupboard was not bare, and but they're going through transition time, and whenever there's transition time, sometimes there's issues, and that's just the way it happens.
Now you get to look again or forward to another road game, and again another talented team in UCLA.
Yeah, watching the UCLA on film, there's definitely talent, on that football field, and they seem to be doing a pretty good job running the football. They're averaging 200 yards a game. Anybody that can do that, that's tough. They got 2 excellent running backs, and so that's going to be a heck of a challenge for our defense. Probably our toughest challenge to date in a lot of ways. And then our offense is definitely going to face some talented kids on defense. They're very good in their defensive line, athletic in their secondary and linebacking core, and play a lot of players. And so, we'll have our hands cut out for us. But ultimately, it comes back on us. We're the ones that got to execute the things we want to do. And if we prepare hard and we go in with great focus, then the players will execute. And we got to execute.
You left one kind of on the field last year at the Rose Bowl, had a chance to come away with the victory and just couldn't get it done. Is that one of the biggest differences between last year's team and this year's? Is just that maturity, and now you've been in that position to where you're ready to take that next step?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're definitely more mature than we've been. I wouldn't say we're mature, but we're gaining that right as we speak. I mean, daily and each week we're gaining maturity, and we want to continue to grow in that area. But I know this team's confident enough, and they have enough invested to where they're going to go down here with an expectation to win this football game, and that is our plan. But we've got to have a great week of preparation, and ultimately when the ball's kicked, we got to play really well.
Health-wise of the team, how did you come out of the Colorado game?
We're relatively good, which was great. I know Leon Brooks hurt a shoulder, our return guy. Whether he's healthy by weekend, we'll find out. And really that was kind of the main one. And so I think we came out of it in pretty good shape.
Coach, thanks so much, and best of luck at UCLA next weekend.
Sounds good. Thank you.